Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to discuss the changes that have occurred to the kits of characters in the version 3 beta, namely Cerydra and Hysilens, starting from changes to their traces, skill, and up to their Eidolons. And these changes come from HomDG Cat, whose credibility you're surely familiar with. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. First, let's start with Hizelins. Hizelins has received quite a few changes in the version 3 beta. To begin with, let's start with her base stats. Hizelins' max energy has now been reduced from 130 to 110 energy. This is good because it will make it easier and faster for Hizelins to use her ultimate again. Next, her bonus stats have also been changed. Previously, it was 28% attack, 9 speed, and 10% effect hit rate. Now it has been changed to 14 speed, 18% attack, and 10% effect hit rate. So now her speed is higher, but at the cost of reducing Hizelins' attack. Next is Hizelins' ultimate. Her ultimate has been nerfed, specifically the multiplier of its damage, which was previously dealing physical damage equal to 300% of Hizelins' attack to all enemies. Now reduced to 200% of Hizelins' attack to all enemies. But this is still okay because the cost of Hizelins' ultimate has been reduced. Then we move to Hizelins' traces. The first is Hizelins' Trace 1. Trace 1 now gains an additional effect, namely whenever Hizelins creates a zone, she recovers 1 skill point. For her Trace 2, it has been changed. Previously, it was when other allies perform attacks. Hizelins has a 100% base chance to inflict the enemy target with one of the same states as Hizelins' talent, Wind Shear Bleed Burn Shock, for 2 turns. Now the effect has been changed to when Hizelins uses ultimate, if the enemy target is currently afflicted with Deotis, all Deotis currently applied on the target will immediately deal damage equal to 150% of their original damage. Then we move to Hizelins' Eidolons. For Hizelins' first Eidolon, the effect has been changed. Previously, it was when using ultimate, if the enemy target is currently inflicted with Deotis, immediately deals 150% of the original Deoti damage. When Hizelins deploys a zone, recovers 1 skill points. Now the effect has been changed to while Hizelins is on the field, the Deoti dealt by ally targets becomes 124% of the original value. The first Eidolon was changed because its previous effect was moved to Trace 1 and Trace 2. Then her Eidolons 2 and 4 have simply been swapped. So now the effect of Eidolon 2 is while the zone is active. The damage boost effect from Trace the Fiddle of Pearls applies to all allies. And the effect of Eidolon 4 is while the zone is active, reduces all type resistance of all enemies by 20%. There are no changes, and they were literally just swapped. And for the last one, Hizelins' Eidolon 6. Her Eidolon 6 has received a buff. Previously Hizelins' physical Deoti effect trigger count increases by 4. Now it becomes the maximum trigger count for Hizelins' physical Deoti effect increases to 12 times. Then we move to Hizelins' signature light cone, which has undergone slight changes. Previously, this LC had an 80% base chance to inflict enthrallment state for 3 turns, when the wearer hits an enemy target with basic attack, skill, or ultimate. And this effect has been changed to when an enemy target is afflicted with a debuff applied by the wearer, there is an 80% base chance for them to also be afflicted with the enthrallment state for 3 turns. So now any attack that applies a debuff can trigger this effect, for example, a follow-up attack. Okay, next are the changes to Saridra. In version 3, Saridra has undergone slight changes, but all of her changes are buffs for Saridra. The first change is to Saridra's skill. Her skill has gained an additional effect, where now when Saridra is in the departed state, the all-type resistance penetration of the skill damage dealt by the character with peerage increases by 10%. And for the last change, it's in Saridra's first Eidolon. Now characters with military merit ignore defense, from previously 15% to 16% of their target's defense when dealing damage. And when in peerage state, additionally ignore defense, from previously 18% to 20% of the target's defense when dealing skill damage. And not only that, this first Eidolon also gains an additional effect, where when Saridra uses her skill, regenerates 2 energy for the designated ally target. Okay, that's all for now, everyone. So, in essence, Beta version 3 brings quite significant changes, especially for Hizelins, considering her first Eidolon was moved to Trace 1 and 2. Then Saridra also received buffs, although the changes this time are relatively minor. So, what are your thoughts on the changes to these 2 characters in the version 3 beta? Write your opinions in the comments section, and don't forget to share this information with your friends who also play Honkai Star Rail. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on other important updates. See you in the next update.